Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of GMS, and salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Right now, we're going to get into current events, mainly on certain topics, what's going on today, next week with the United Nations, the Jesuit Pope Francis speaking to the United Nations, as well as what's going on in Syria, and et cetera, as well as the Mark of the Beast. Right now, I'm going to hand this over to my brother, Zakaria. And this message is for the elect only of the 12 tribes of Israel, who make up you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Okay, you are the biblical Israelites. If you do not know that, there's plenty of information out there that proves that we are those people. Okay, but anyway, that's not the topic. Just throwing it out there. All right.
All right. This is Michael 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands.
Khan, and what the brother just read is beautiful because we're going to show you certain news articles that prove that you have a wicked elite that are devising iniquity every day in the morning, okay, when they go to work. Because first and foremost, like it says in Job 24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked, so that's what their job is. So right now, break down this article right here. This is from the Washington Times. They came out with an article stating that, hey man, there's certain colleges, certain universities that did a study that America is no longer a democracy. It's an oligarchy. Now, I also believe the BBC did a report on it, as well as the Huffington Post. So, like the title says, America is an oligarchy, not a democracy or republic, university study finds. All right? And what an oligarchy means, if you look it up in the dictionary, Webster Dictionary, it means a few individuals that control a government, a corporation, okay, or lands. All right? So I'm just going to read a little bit of it. It says, America is no longer a democracy. Never mind the democratic republic envisioned by founding fathers. Rather, it has taken a turn down elite's lane and became a country led by a small, dominant class comprised of powerful members who exert total control over the general population. An oligarchy said, an oligarchy said a new study jointly conducted by Princeton and Northwestern universities. All right, so these are two universities. I mean, Princeton University. I believe. Was it John D. Rockefeller? His I guess his grandfather, Rockefeller. He came out of that university. Okay, so you have an old news article that's pretty much blatantly saying, hey, all you clowns that believe in voting and all that shit, like that's in vain, because you have a certain elite that control this country and the rest of the world. It says one finding in the study says the U.S. government now represents the rich and powerful, not the average citizen, United Press International reported. In the study, quote, testing theories of American politics, elites, interest groups, and average citizens, researchers compared 1,800 different U.S. policies that were put in place by politicians between 1981 and 2012 to the type of policy preferred by the average and wealthy American or special interest groups. I mean, that's right there. I don't even got to read anymore. That just proves right there that, this place is already controlled by, the few so-called Caucasians. They call them, Caucasus Mountains. Do you have anything on that?
Yeah, This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Yeah, man. The earth is given into the hands of Esau, the so-called Caucasian that ruled this society, like the elite of the Edomites. The Rothschilds, you have the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Bilderbergs, and they set up this crafty council to deceive mainly the the children of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
What the brother said is right, because you have our people that are deceived by these so-called white people, all right, and they're the ones running the show, okay. Um, con.
Um, in the second part, it says, he covered the faces of the judges thereof, if not wherein who is it? And the main judge is of Yahushua, who's our who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. And they cover him up because they put the picture of Caesar Borgia to also deceive the children of Israel also.
Con. And just to prove that America is ran by these so-called white people, so all those scoffers out there that be like, nah, the so-called white man's not Esau, he's not the devil, okay? You're just smoking rocks, and you just need to be smacked in your face, but actually, literally kicked in the teeth. But all right, so this is from CNN Money. It says Wall Street issue. It's white, male, middle age. Okay, so who's the so-called white man? Esau. All right, the red man. All right. So that's from the CNN Money. I just wanted to edify that. You got anything to say, Ak? Okay. So that's I'm gonna exit on that. All right. So now we're gonna get into some current events that's been going down. All right. So this is from the Wall Street Journal. It says New York City preps security for Pope Francis. Visit comes amid other big events in New York. So what this says here is pretty prophetic, because we're really seeing prophecy being unfolded right now. It says the visit of Pope Francis next week, combined with a host of other high-profile events, will mark the largest security challenge New York City has ever faced, Police Commissioner William Bratton said Monday. The papal visit, September 24-26, is expected to coincide with the meeting of the UN General Assembly. Of course, a few Yankee games and Beyonce concert, a convergence of events that will require particularly robust security presence. In addition to the Pope, now here's the key, we will have 170 confirmed world leaders in the city, Mr. Bratton said at a news conference outside the police headquarters, that 90% of the world leaders in this city at one time. Okay? So, right with Micah 2:1, you having all these world leaders heading to the United Nations, as well as the Pope, who's going to speak to them at the United Nations, because I got another article to prove that, New York Times, okay? And what they going to be talking about, huh? Peace and safety. Where's that scripture at? Yeah, let me find that. Do you have anything to say? No. Okay. But yeah, so let me go look for that scripture. I believe it's in second. Second Timothy. No, it's not second. No, I think it's Second Thessalonians. Yeah, I got it right here. Yeah. So this is First Thessalonians, chapter 5, and we'll say starting at 3. We'll just start with 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, the sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. And right now, that's what they're doing, because really what's going on right now in current events, you have that refugee crisis over there, where all the Syrian refugees and Iraqi refugees are being bombed by ISIS, America, Assad. I mean, you take your pick. I mean, these Arabs are getting their ass handed to them. I mean, that's judgment from the Lord. You know what I'm saying? For what they did to us in the when we went down as a nation. So that's why the Pope is going there, because he has to now calm the world down, and he's going to the United Nations, where all these world leaders are at. All right, but I want to continue down this article, because you know that America is Babylon, because look what it says right here. This is Mayor de Blasio. Now he's the New York mayor for New York City. He says there will be street closures, there will be inconveniences, Mr. de Blasio said. But I would say New Yorkers are, first of all, were tough and resilient. We can handle it. Second of all, we know what it is to be the capital of the world. Many will argue the capital of the world. That's right, because New York City is the capital of Babylon. All right. So, you have anything to add on that? No. Okay. So we're just gonna now, just to edify that, with Pope Francis right here, it says Pope Francis to speak at UN during annual gathering of world leaders. All right. So you have the Jesuit Pope, Pope Francis. Okay, because he's a Jesuit. All right. Speaking to United Nations. So what's all that about? All right. All right. So let's continue on now. Let's go to the Chile earthquake. You want to get on that?
Yeah, come on. All right. Well, I'm gonna just read the title of this article. It says, "Chile earthquake kills 10 and 1 million evacuated." You know, and the scriptures speak about the earthquakes in the book of Matthews. If you want to bring that out. Yeah. So the prophecies are happening. You know, and while the elite, they're trying to get their new world order started, and Yahweh Shah and Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, their prophecies are going at the same time. You know, you want to start?
So this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Verse 8. All these are the beginnings of sorrows.
Con. It said, nation shall rise against nation. That's the World War III. That's gonna start popping out soon, because it's written in the scriptures, you know, and earthquakes in diverse places means like various places. You got earthquakes in China, earthquakes in America, and you got one in Chile, and it just killed 10 people, and that's the tribe of Naphtali, you know, so they're getting judged. That's how you know the 9 tribes, the northern kingdom, they're getting these plagues too that the Lord sending to them.
The 10 tribes. That's right. You know, that makes a majority of the Israelites, you so-called Hispanics and Native Americans. And so majority of y'all going to die, you 2/3, because you bugged out. You really believe in Roman Catholicism to the core. You know, that's your judgment. And don't worry, there's more coming. The Lord about to bring even more fire, more pain, more destruction. So you have anything to say, Art?
No, basically they're getting judged because the scriptures prophesize that the earthquakes is coming, and the tribe of Naphtali, they're getting judged right now.
Con. All right, so we're going to now jump to what's going on in Syria, being that, you know, nation shall rise against nation. So this is from Reuters. This just came out, exclusive. Syrian army, let me blow this up so you can see that this is from Reuters. Now, Reuters is owned by the Rothschild family, okay? And in fact, majority of all these other low-level journalists, they get their news from Reuters, because Reuters is the top information database where the elite would disclose information to whoever. Because see, the elite, they're really, you know, the Lord, like it says, it's in their power, in their hand. I mean, they know the vast majority of you sheeple are not going to take the time and actually go and read. So they'll throw out little, you know, some truths in there, because only the elect, because the Lord's really dealing with the elect, will pick out and be like, oh, this is according to prophecy. So it says exclusive, Syrian army starts using new weapons from Russia. Now, if you've been under a rock, I mean, the Fox News has been reporting it, CNN. Russia's in Syria, and he's backing Assad, okay? And we all know, everybody should know by now, U.S. is backing ISIS. So the CIA, MI6, man, you put yourself in a quagmire because now you up against Mother Russia, and they ain't playing games, man. Vladimir Putin is strategically putting y'all, exposing y'all, and revealing your hand. Just a little bit on this article. It goes on and says the Syrian military has recently started using new types of air and ground weapons supplied by Russia, a Syrian military source told Reuters on Thursday, underlying growing Russian support for Damascus that is alarming the United States. That's right. See, what people don't get is that in 2012, during the so-called Arab uprising, the United States is the one that started that shit because they wanted to take Assad out of power because Assad ain't playing by the bankers' games. Okay, he has his own. He's selling his own resources in his own currency, and it all goes back down to money. All right, and there's also resources in his land, and they want to use a pipeline from Ukraine all the way down. Okay, but the devil's being revealed. So long story short, the CIA was giving weapons to the moderate rebels to overthrow Assad, and Assad was always being funded by Russia, and now it came out that Russia's backing Assad now. Like he ain't because Russia has money ties with Syria. Like they do business together. So that's what you're seeing right there. And just to prove that there are American soldiers in Syria, I got an article from Debka Files. Now, Debka Files is a Jewish Israeli intelligence journalist, and this is where Mossad will throw out. They'll throw out some truth and they'll throw out some bogus shit. So you got to be spiritually and figure out which is truth and which is not. But this is for breaking news. It says U.S. forces on ground in Syria assisting Kurdish rebels. U.S. CENTCOM Chief General Lloyd Austin reportedly revealed. Let me see if I can blow this up so you can read it. Revealed Wednesday that U.S. Special Forces are engaged with Kurdish People Protection Units, rebels forces fighting in Syria. So that means that there are American troops, boots on the ground, as they say in political correctness, okay, in Syria. Hello, they didn't ask Congress, declare war. I thought they said no boots on the ground. You see where America keeps lying? I mean, and they're revealing that they're lying, that they're in there fighting. Now, of course, it says he said that they were there to advise and assist and not engage in any combat operation. And that's bullshit. Really? So, where's that scripture? Let me find where it says that sure, no, I just completely forgot. Salakia. But yeah. So you have that. All right. Do you have anything to add on that, Ark? Okay. So besides that, and also because of all what's going on, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, or you want to call him Netanyahu, okay, of Israel, where those fake Jewish bastards are at, who ain't the real Jews, all right, is now going to Russia and asking, pleading with Russia next week to, hey man, stop funding Assad. But Russia's gonna be like, get the fuck out of my face. Look at this picture. Come on, man. Does that look like Vladimir Putin gives a goddamn what he's saying? Like he's like, yeah, whatever, man. He don't give a fuck, man. Like, of course they're all Masons. They're all Masons, and they're all playing their role. But deep heartedly, look at this. Look at this. This is the devil with all these pop-ups, man. Here, hold on one second. There we go. Deep down though. Anyway, you see the devil, man, fucking up. Look at that. You see that? Now the pop-up comes up. That's some bullshit. Anyway, you get the point though, man. So now Vladimir Putin's going there, and this is all happening in September. There's so many things happening in September. Okay. Also, just to throw out there, I know a lot of the brothers in the truth, man. They stay on top of the economy, and that's what's up. Janet Yellen, that demon whore from the Federal Reserve, didn't raise the interest rate. So that's even more of a bigger bubble, because they're catering to Wall Street, to the good old boys, to continue their mass pillaging on the world. So that's that. All right. So and this is the final one. I get the scripture, and what was it? That there'll be many false um, prophets. Matthew 24:11. Yeah, many false prophets. Yeah.
This is Matthew 24:11. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many.
Con. That's what you're seeing, man. Many false prophets. All these world leaders in one area at the same damn time. All right, and that leads us to the mark of the beast, because, all right, that's what I truly what we hear the prophets, mainly with our apostles of GMS, we really truly believe that that mark of the beast is coming, and that's what we feel, and me personally too, that this is what they're going to be discussing, is how to implement this chip in. And so happens that RT did an article on global banking giants join forces to make Bitcoin technology mainstream. Now, if anybody's done research on the Bitcoin technology, it's digital currency. All right, and for before this article came out, it's been like under the radar, but from what I've done research on, I'm sure other brothers have too, is that I really do believe that this Bitcoin currency is going to be used to store your, I would call it, video game money, whatever, on that RFID chip when they put it in your hand. Okay. Just to read up on this real quickly, it says 9 of the world's largest investment banks, including J.P. Morgan, Goldman Sachs, has partnered with New York-based tech startup R3CEV. The firms are looking to develop common standards using the same technology behind Bitcoin. Okay? The blockchain technology R3CEV is working on underpins the internet-based Bitcoin currency. The controversial cryptocurrency, which means secret currency, doesn't have a central authority. That's the like again, man, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. It doesn't matter what you peons think you're gonna do. I don't give a damn if you believe in the Bible or not. When the scripture says, hey, I might as well get that scripture out. That no man shall buy or sell, it is going down, man. You are not gonna be able to buy or sell. Okay, they want total control of everyone's life.
This is Revelations 13:16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600 three scores and six.
And no, has nothing to do with people. 3 scores 606. Okay. In fact, that 666, that goes to the barcodes. Okay, that the apostles always been bringing out. All right. But no man shall buy or sell. So all you clowns listening to Nate, ISUPK, and all these other false Israelites, man. Okay, you seriously, okay, need to wake the hell up, because these elite bankers, this is their ultimate goal. All right. So it goes on and says, its security comes from the network of all Bitcoin users who share the same protocols, which together act as a distributor ledger to keep track of every transaction. That's right, because the transactions are done via internet. Okay? Not having a central authority means that an internet-wide catastrophe, see, would have to occur in order to compromise the integrity of the ledger. Could there be an internet-wide catastrophe coming as a false flag? Who knows? The whole point is to put fear into people to get them to give up all their rights, and then they give you the solution. Order out of chaos. Problem, reaction, solution. They create the problem, the people react, and then they provide you with the solution. It's the oldest trick in the book. Okay? All right. So now this goes to why I say it goes hand in hand with the mark of the beast. Hand-implanted NFC chips opened this man's Bitcoin wallet. The Dutch founder of Bitcoin ATM firm has gone to great lengths to highlight the digital currency implanting near-field communications NFC chips under his skin so he can use it to access his Bitcoin wallet. You see? So basically what that chip is going to be used for is a storage to have all your little money, I call it Game Boy money. It's like a video game, literally. Okay? All your information. All right? Says, it goes on and says, here, let me blow this up. I should have been blowing this up regardless. We're gonna put all the links down anyway on the YouTube. You know. Says Martini Wismeyer, however to say this devil's name, is the founder of MrBitco.in, which has installed Bitcoin ATMs in the Netherlands, Belgium, Czech Republic, and Italy. Earlier this month, he decided the safest place for the private keys that will unlock his Bitcoin wallet was between the skin on his hands. You see what I'm saying, man? Yo, like, that's why, man, the Apostle GMS, they got the true doctrine, yo. That's why, yo, you got anything to say out there? I don't want to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. You know this RFID technology is here, so they gonna make it a cashless society. They're gonna drop the dollar and they're gonna implement that RFID chip, man. And the prophecies, they gonna keep rolling. You know what I'm saying? There you go.
And that's why, you know, I personally believe why they didn't raise the interest rates at the Federal Reserve, because they want to make this bubble so big that no matter what, you either A, you get put to death because you don't take the chip, or B, you must take the chip. Okay? Because why didn't she raise interest rates? And I really wanted her to raise interest rates, because then your credit cards would have went up, and your monthly payments, if they're not fixed, your college loans, okay, your mortgage loans, if they're not fixed, they would have went up. Because if they raise up interest rates, that affects everybody. All right? So, yeah, man. We got any more on that, Ark? That was it? All right. Just want to make sure we ain't leave anything out. Global banking. But yeah, man, we living in these end days, man. And what we're seeing right now in September with all this, the Pope, the Jesuit Pope, the chaos that's going on in the Middle East, all right, all these earthquakes all over the place, and finally this mark of the beast, man, this Bitcoin situation, we are here, man. And so all you so-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans, once again, you know, I always say if you're straddling the fence, man, you better make a decision. All right? Now, we all know the elect are the only ones that are going to get it. The rest of y'all are going to perish here in Babylon, America. All right? So until then, you got something else, Salakia.
This is Luke 21:36. Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things which shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man, Yahushua. So our job is to watch and pray as the elect, because there's gonna be evils that's coming with the RFID chip, because they're gonna push it on everybody. Say rich or poor, free or bond. So yeah, man, we gotta stand in spirit and pray and keep pushing this word in truth and sincerity.
Con. And I'm going to give one last scripture because it really goes back down to who the Lord's really dealing with. Okay? If the Lord ain't dealing with you, is one, you're not an Israelite. Two, you're not of the elect. Okay? And three, you're not following his law, which are the law, statutes, and commandments, this book. And when you look up the word law, it means Torah, and that meaning means direction and instruction. And this is what we're supposed to be doing, being diligent, watching. So this is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiastes, chapter 41, verse 8. Woe be unto you, ungodly men, which have forsaken the law of the Most High power. For if ye increase, it shall be to your destruction. That's right. And so there's a lot of Jake popping out babies, man. And a lot of you are going to take that chip because you have the Lord blinded you, man. And one, you just love to be deceived, man, because you don't want to pay attention. You have anything to say, Hawk? All right, so until then, we're going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles of GMS, and salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom.